2 sips in. I'm Carrie Goolsby.
And I'm Patrick Smith.
And we are here. We don't know why.
And a few sips in.
Cups.
Oh, cups, changed. So we were trying to come up with some topic ideas, and Google disappointed me.
More or less than Alexa has recently.
More, because I had higher expectations.
Oh, well, they're all in the same family.
They are in the same family. I think they're very ancestral.
Yes.
Alexa and Siri and Google. What is Google? Does Google
Google
have
and Alexa are the same.
Are they?
Yes.
I don't know that.
Okay, no.
We know you
didn't
don't know
ask
that.
your opinion this time, bitch, because you haven't come up with anything useful in a long time, except for when we weren't asking.
Oh, ask her the funny questions.
Oh, Alexa.
Hold on. I don't think Alexa shows up in our microphone really well. I think I have to change the feed. Hold on.
Well, she might, and I might have to increase her volume.
Okay, increase her volume. This might be good. Or move that chair a little.
Alexa.
Whoa, hey.
Is cereal soup? Why or why not?
A response from an Amazon customer about Love My Big Bowl. Bowls for serving individual salad says, yes, these bowls are much larger than regular cereal bowls. Was that helpful?
I think that was so helpful. You have no idea, because I love your big bowl. So let's move on to that. I don't know, but...
what did that have to do with the question?
I don't know.
That was hilarious, though. Okay, guys. So
well,
basically,
how about you? Do you think cereal is soup?
Do I think cereal is soup? I think, well, see, if you go by the definition that soup is hot, there are cold soups.
But
right?
There is gazpacho.
There's gazpacho, and there are milk-based soups.
Right.
So you can't use that as a determining factor.
Why not?
So, hey, Alexa, what is the definition of a soup?
The noun, soup, can have a few meanings. 1. A liquid food made by boiling or simmering meat, fish, or vegetables with various added ingredients. 2. A thick fog. 3.
What?
Added power, especially horsepower.
Oh, soup it up.
4. Nitroglycerin, a colorless, thick, oily,
Why don't you put her
flammable,
over here?
highly
Will she
explosive,
fit and then turn it
slightly
down?
water-soluble liquid, C3H5N309. Prepare...
Alexa,
You shut her up.
that was a lot
Okay.
of information.
So what she said about the actual question we wanted is that it was simmered, food that is simmered.
Boiled.
Even
yeah.
if it is cooled down,
Right.
it's simmered, which
Okay.
means that cereal, no, is not soup, and that's why. Boom!
Damn. Okay. Alexa, what is the sexiest name?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Oh, bitch, you should have said Alexa. Okay, Alexa, what secret conspiracy would you like to start?
What? Oh, I see.
Here's something I found on the web. According to AboveTopSecret.com, a conspiracy is a cooperation, often thought of as motivated by aggressive ends and conducted in secret.
Ooh, aggressive.
That doesn't answer the
ends.
question,
It
though. It's
doesn't,
like, what
no.
secret conspiracy would you like to start?
I think Alexa works for the CIA, and she's keeping an eye on every American.
Well, she has to.
Yep. Hey, Alexa, do you work for the CIA?
No, I work for Amazon.
That's what you would say if you worked for the CIA.
Hey, Alexa, does Amazon have ties to the CIA?
Amazon is not a government agency.
Not my question.
Mm-hmm.
Avoidance, guilt.
Alexa, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Frankly, it's a sandwich.
Oh, I see what you did
got
there.
funny.
Oh, now
I
you're
would say
coming
yes to that as well.
around.
I would say yes, because like a hoagie is a sandwich and it's a different shape.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
What is something everybody looks stupid doing?
Everything.
Like the hokey pokey, that would be my
The hokey pokey
answer.
is a good one. No woman looks normal putting mascara on.
Oh, the stupid line dances.
You
that
have
everybody
to
does
put
in
mascara on
country
with your
bars.
face completely elongated for some reason. So that's stupid. I don't know. What's your response other than the line dancer? Weird dances in general get ixnayed.
Right.
No
So,
shit.
Yeah, I think people, they definitely look stupid. as we already discussed, doing the hokey pokey, in my opinion, line dances, because I don't
dances,
see
I know. Dances
why.
in general.
I just don't see the point of all that bullshit. You're just...
I think any posed photograph, like wedding photos, where the woman like has perfectly her hands on the shoulders and
right.
No, you look stupid. It looks totally fake.
You know what would be really... Well, no, we did that already. I was going to say what would be really funny is we looked up... this was on one of our episodes where we looked up weird laws in every state, and
that was a drunk episode.
Didn't I call some town in South Carolina or some police...
I don't know.
I think I called a police station in South Carolina or...
Oh, you did! Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
I wanted to find out if it was still law on the books.
Something being closed on Sundays.
Was that it?
Everything has to be closed on Sundays. So you called a Walmart and asked if they were open on Sunday.
I think so too.
Call your local Walmart. We appreciate your business and look forward to the opportunity to serve you in our store.
You're so polite.
For pharmacy,
That's
press
South Carolina.
1. For electronics, press 2. For pickup, press 3.
Oh, I want to be
For
picked up.
deli, press 4. To speak to an associate, press 0.
Are there no hours?
To repeat this... That was the Walmart.
Yeah, are you open on Sundays?
Am I what?
Are you open on Sundays?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay.
That's what I think happened.
So in 40 years,
okay,
what do you think people will be most nostalgic for?
Human connection.
But we don't have that now.
True, we're losing it now. Like you and I are sitting here talking still. Mm-hmm. In 40 years, we'll never, every interaction we do is going to be via a computer screen.
And I want to throw out a sidebar now.
Do it.
The drink we're drinking now that we just...
Oh, yeah. Let them know. Tell them about it.
Okay, so Carrie just pulled this out of her ass, and it turned out amazing. So she got some... what is it? Some chopped up mint? How do you say in English?
Cosa dice mince.
But I would say buy whole fresh mint, because that would be easier.
We used dried mint.
We did, and we just muddled it with some ice and some vodka.
Yes.
And mixed it with some ginger beer.
Yes.
And let me tell you, this is a really good drink.
It's refreshing and light.
The only thing I don't like is that we just have the little bits of mint that we do have to pick off our tongues and out from between our teeth or whatever. Mm-hmm. But, nobody can see us. So why don't we give a flying fuck whether we have to pick it out of our teeth or not?
Don't fly your fucks, okay?
No, don't do that. Yeah. So I think in 40 years...
What do you think?
Obviously the most go-to thing are toys of the day, like the big things that kids, and me having grandchildren, so I typically know what the new toy of the moment is because they tell me that's what they want for their birthday or Christmas. What do you think?
This is a shout out to Australia right now, specifically, because I think it's the way the whole world is going to go.
Because Australia, you're not going to exist in 40 years, so Carrie, Phil.
My stage name now is Sherry.
Where did I come up with Sherry? My thoughts get going so quickly that my tongue cannot keep up.
It's the mint stuck in between your
teeth.
Oh,
that could be it.
No, my thought is eventually, at some point, we will be nostalgic for wildlife because we're killing it all.
Wow, that's a deep thought there.
Yeah. But it's serious. Think of all the wildlife that will be wiped out.
I was just going to say something simple like water.
Well, you're a simple
man. Remember when they used to have water?
Now
Nestle owns it all.
It will die if that's ever the case. But
my God.
I feel you. When we could just turn on the faucet. Then again, we pay for that water.
Was there any part of a kid's movie that completely scarred you?
Oh, God. Yes. I think everyone has. I have so many movies as a child.
Yeah.
That I like either freaked the fuck out of me.
Right.
Or I never watched the full movie.
So you had a lot more choices with movies than I did. So when I was a kid, it feels like we had to wait till the newest movie came out, and then we had a movie because we didn't have video. We couldn't watch movies at home. The only movie we could watch at home was Wizard of Oz, and that came out every October or so.
So on that track, one of the movies as a... I can't remember how old I was when the sequel... Did you ever see the sequel to Wizard of Oz?
Oh, yeah, it was...
Return to Oz?
Return to Oz. And it was just stupid.
It was horrible.
Did you ever see The Wiz?
No.
Oh, that was even dumber.
One of the first scenes, she's in a room full of heads.
Oh, yeah.
She chooses her head.
Right.
That freaked the fuck out of me.
Right.
That's one.
Yeah.
I have a lot. Oh my gosh. So, Willy Wonka.
Oh, yeah. The original? With
with Gene...
Yeah.
Richards is not the
nope.
right name. What is it?
I'm going to let you stumble through this. He was married,
well, then
he was
y'all
married
know.
to Gilda Radner.
That does not
Come
help.
on,
Does
you can
not
do it.
Nope, I've dropped it already. The scene where he gets, the kid gets sucked up the tube.
He was so evil. He was just an evil
The chocolate
person.
kid gets sucked up the tube.
Right.
That scarred me.
Well, yes. Because where's he going? Where's he coming?
He's dead. He just drowned in chocolate. He is dead.
Yes.
That's where my mind went. Well, that kid is dead.
Yes.
So that movie scarred me. I had more. Do you ever watch Babes in Toyland?
No, I've never seen that.
It has Drew Barrymore, which, peace out, sister. I love Drew Barrymore, especially as a child. I always loved Drew Barrymore. That movie freaked the fuck out of me.
Huh.
I don't know if it was all the weird characters, because no one except her was a normal human being.
Oh.
They all were strange.
Yeah.
But that one freaked me out. I can keep going. What do you got?
Well, no, for me, the obvious one was Wizard of Oz. I had...
What about that freaked you out?
The Wicked Witch and her flying monkeys, for God's sakes.
It didn't bug me.
Oh, well, no. How do I
okay
not?
with witches.
And flying monkeys,
Flying
apparently.
monkeys, fine.
No, it's like, this just doesn't feel right to me. It feels kind of scary.
No, those were the top.
So what kind of secret society would you like to start?
Side note, Lion King.
Oh, yeah?
When the father gets murdered by his brother.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, there's that.
I was a young teen when that one came out. But anyway, I'm sorry, society, what about it?
What kind of secret society would you like to start? I think actually you and I have
pretty much have our own.
Well, that, and we have kind of sort of talked about this before. I think everybody with their network of family and friends kind of wishes that they either owned their own private island or they had their own compound or their own commune or something where I'm not really on board with the whole family thing, but the friends I can get on board with.
Isolation?
But
why would you want your own island? Who's making your coffee?
Oh, who says you have to be isolated?
Okay, well, you said a private island.
Well, yeah, it's a private island, but it doesn't mean you have to be isolated.
No, that's kind of a private island. That means isolation.
It's private where people
so
can
you
only
can
come over if you invite them.
You can walk down the street and get a latte?
Well, yeah, it's your private island, and have people working at a Starbucks down the street, for God's sakes.
So money is not a factor, and Starbucks is a chain you would open up on your private island?
Hey, I just threw it out there.
God, put it back.
Okay, it's back in the box.
Seal it up. Seal it.
Damn it. Okay, so you wouldn't like any type of secret society. Like you had special rules.
I'm thinking.
I mean, I think here's what it say.
I hate rules.
No dogs and no children allowed.
Well, that's a bar.
I think that's what you would pick.
Any bar.
I would. Oh, well,
I have my own secret society.
We need a bar.
Well, no, a bar is my own secret society. There are no children. There are no dogs inside.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, and see, I would I would be all about the dogs. I'm not sure about the children. I do love children. I love children on my own terms. So,
which isn't a thing.
It is a thing.
It's not really a thing.
You can make it a thing.
Children don't abide by your terms.
Oh, they don't have to. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I like children when I want to be around children.
Okay.
And so if they're related to me, then I want to be around them all the time.
Okay.
So I can't stand not being around them. But I also appreciate that not everybody loves my grandchildren or my children as much as I do.
You also just said your secret society is not your family. Hey, did you know Alexa's top skill is finding your phone?
It is?
That's what your Alexa just said.
Well, I know where my phone is right now, so I don't think I need that.
Hey, Alexa, find my phone.
Calling Marcus.
No, don't call Marcus.
Stop! Alexa, stop!
Don't call Marcus.
Stop! Hang up.
There we go.
Now we know who the Alexa belongs to.
And Mark's his phone's going to ring and it's going to be from him.
So do you think we can convince Mark he's dead and a ghost and like he's calling himself?
Oh, it's really easy to convince him of
I know,
anything.
he's pretty
He's so vulnerable or gullible.
Okay, next.
I thought this said, actually,
Okay.
what I thought this question was how many children would it take to kill an elephant?
Oddly enough, I had an answer for that.
Do
No, I'm
you?
just
How many
kidding.
children would it take?
I don't.
The actual question is how many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? And I'm thinking at least 1,000.
So,
But
no,
then it
hold
makes
on.
me sad to think that the chickens are killing an elephant because I really like elephants.
Okay, obviously y'all know my profession. One chicken just has to get a good peck on the bottom of its foot and cause an infection, and that will take that elephant down.
I was thinking of like an immediate death. We didn't have to go through a long protagonistic
You
death.
are not making the rules, apparently, very well for
Well.
me and my stories.
Which body part do you wish you could detach? And why? So that goes back to that song from the 90s,
Detachable penis. You know it?
Yes.
No one else knows that song.
No one does?
I have said that so many times in my
Oh.
life in Portland, and Clint was the only other person who knew detachable penis.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Yes, detachable penis.
He had to buy it back from a street vendor after he lost it at a party because he put it in the medicine cabinet and it wasn't there. I know the story.
That's exactly right.
I know. Detachable. The best part of that song is how like dry the air quote singer is because he's really talking.
Right.
He's not really singing. He's like,
Right.
I left it in the medicine cabinet
Yes.
and it wasn't there.
Yes.
And I walked down the street and they were selling it for $5.
Right.
Like, that's the best part of it. Anyway, what was
I
the
like
question
that
again?
too.
I forgot.
Oh, which body part do you
dear
wish
God.
you could detach and why?
You know, as a well-endowed woman, I would say my breast, just because if it's
I
like
can
doing
see
an
that.
active activity,
Yeah.
just like put them to the
Or
side.
even sleeping if you're a stomach sleeper. Or,
Oh God, no, I'm not. But yeah. So that's my answer. Yours?
I really like all my body parts. I don't want to get rid of any of them, even
Okay.
temporarily.
So even if you were doing something active like running, you wouldn't like put your penis to the side so it didn't get
No, my
smashed?
penis is fine. Maybe my scrotum.
Okay, a little testicle action, maybe
Yeah,
like take those
because
off.
I really, because with men, it's like, and even, it doesn't matter what type of underwear you wear. If you're like doing any type of exertion, at some point your nutsack is sticking to your thigh, and it's like
a little
it's like-
sweat stick.
yeah, it's just like this is so uncomfortable.
Oh my God, I think we need to open up our own deodorant line called Sweat Stick.
Okay, but there is
No.
there is a line specifically for
yeah.
men though.
Yeah.
And
Ball
I
powder kind of a thing.
yeah. So
I've seen that.
Yep. I don't remember the name of it. Otherwise, I'd share it with you.
There's a manscaping
something like
box order place, like
There,
the
yeah.
Shave Club that has it.
It has a really catchy name to it too. I wish I could remember it. It's not that catchy apparently. So next question.
Okay.
What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house? Now, for you, I would imagine this could take you a while to think of because there's so many dynamics of weird. Because you've had some pretty interesting house guests.
Wait, hold on. What do you know about my life? Because
you've shared a lot with me.
I was thinking just the opposite. I'm like, well, I don't know.
Oh, you don't think you have?
I don't have many people over. I meet people out. I don't invite people over.
I'm thinking roommates. They're not just...
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, because I would say roommates are house guests because they're temporary.
Like the one that bought me a... loungy chair, a lazy boy, because she thought I would want a matching lazy boy to go with hers. Side note, I hate lazy boys.
Well,
and I told her that.
Well,
before she bought it for me.
Before she bought it. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then she bought you a lazy boy.
Yeah, and so now we have a couch and two hideous lazy boys sitting in the living room.
Maybe she wanted to be your lesbian lover.
Ugh. She's not with me anymore.
Well, it showed her.
Yep.
You
just skipped that one.
Well, I thought you were talking about your lazy boy.
You're the one that has all the crazy parties over.
Okay,
you would have. Oh, my broad did land here for a while once.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you remember?
That's
that
right.
was crazy.
Yeah, your broad did land here.
It lived here for a month or two.
Yeah, but we've had so many people's, garments. Yes, underwear. And I mean outerwear too, not just underwear.
That's not odd.
I will say somebody. I don't know that they left it here. Well, they left it here, but I don't think it was used. But it was a blue rubbery dildo. And I think it was supposed to be part of a gag gift that we never got around to doing the gifts. I think it was I think it might have been my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they were using it up in your bathroom.
I hope not. When it was discovered, it's like, ooh.
Just immediately to the toss. Yes.
Oh, I'm not touching it.
Try Alexa ET phone home.
Alexa ET phone home.
I can't make intergalactic space calls. Yet.
Then why did you ask me to try that?
Really?
You were the one who suggested I ask you that question.
That's what you gave us.
So apparently you just want to hear yourself speak.
Build up.
You may as well get your own podcast, bitch.
Okay.
What mythical creature would improve the world most if it existed?
None of them, because we'd kill it off too fast.
I think so too, especially if it came to the U.S.
Right?
So I like your answer about that. What would be the worst buy one get one free sale of all time?
Well, we can do like a mammogram, or not a mammogram,
I
vasectomy.
Vasectomy. Oh, are you thinking mastectomy?
Yeah,
I was thinking balls. You were thinking tits.
Take one boob, we'll get the other for free, or like take one testicle.
I think if you need both boobs removed, that's a great buy one get one free.
Any medical would be a good deal, right? Like,
right?
Feasibly.
I mean, another really good one would be like LASIK surgery, get one eye done, get one free.
Yes, and that is a deal that they run a lot, so that makes sense. Huh, what else?
I like your idea, though, of mastectomies and vasectomies, because, vasectomies is just humorous, because once you get one, you can't, it's like,
you have to give it to a friend.
I brought my friend. He doesn't know what I'm getting, but,
Population control, that's what I'm all about. We're overpopulated.
Right? Oh my God. This is one for you. What would be the coolest animal to scale up to the size of a horse?
That would be scary AF.
Right? That's what I am thinking.
No.
Because if you...
anything small
that you want to scale up to the size of the horse?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd do that one. Because even like cutesy little otters, they got teeth, man.
Well, everything has teeth.
Not everything.
Well, not everything.
Let's be reasonable. Not everything.
This is a weird question. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Peanut juice.
Peanut spread.
Spread.
Peanut sticky.
What is the fancy term for jelly?
Marmalade.
No, fancier.
fancier than jelly.
I want to say chartreuse, but that's a color.
That is that's a color. That's a color of Billie Eilish's hair. Is chartreuse? I don't know. What was it? We're going back to the question though. What was the question? Oh, if peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? See, so things could be called spreads or
spread
nut spread.
That is a thing out there. There's nut spread.
Oh,
jelly, peanut jelly, peanut jam, peanut.
Sure.
I was going to say peanut like butter. I don't know what that is.
Peanut butter. Let's call it peanut butter.
I got it, guys.
I have a feeling this is how it got its name because they were all sitting around going, what do we call this? It's like, peanut spread, peanut jelly, peanut butter. Butter. People will buy that shit.
People love butter.
What would be the creepiest thing you could say to a stranger passing on the street?
So me and actually Clint, our old friend, had a thing when telemarketers would call. This was back when you actually had landlines.
Right.
And they would call. We would just like let them do their spiel and then say, I like cheese.
I like that.
Just something so random.
I really like that. Because who doesn't, first of all?
Hey. Even vegans, that's the one thing y'all miss.
Cheese haters have no place in my life. I don't care if you're lactose intolerant. You still like cheese.
Yeah, exactly. So at work, we were talking about The Simpsons being like kind of based in Portland. Like the ideas were all Portland themes. And one of our employees just moved here from Indiana not too long ago.
Right.
And he was, oh, really? Oh, yeah. And my Wendy said, like when the clouds roll in,
right?
It's the typical Simpson. It literally looks like the Simpsons intro.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I never noticed that. And when he's like, oh, I'll show you next time they're there. I'll pull you outside. And I said, and then she'll stand behind you and go, The Simpsons.
And Matt Groening's house he grew up right by the Portland Zoo. So at night, he's trying to sleep as a child. He's trying to get to sleep in his bedroom, and he can hear the lions roaring, and he can hear the elephants, making their noises and everything. And he said it was just the weirdest thing that it just left so many scars. I think this is a great question for you.
Okay, we've moved on, guys.
If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
I probably assaulted someone for doing something to a
I would
animal.
absolutely agree that you probably assaulted somebody.
I probably hauled off and beat someone for yanking their cat or, no.
I yank my cat all the time, but, we're talking about, that's not a euphemism. If your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhabiting your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first?
Cry.
Cry? Oh, that's
This
sad.
is how I grow up. I'm trying to, I don't even remember 5-year-old me, first off.
I do remember 5-year-old me.
I kind of do. It's when I broke my elbow.
And the reason I remember 5-year-old me is those are really almost exclusively my earliest thoughts.
Okay.
Or my earliest memories.
Yeah. So my biggest memory when I was 5, and I think this plays into, we have a strange list of topics to talk about. And one of my topics to talk about was pain.
Yeah.
So when I was 5, my mom had a migraine. Mm-hmm. She gets migraine, so do I. So Dad put us to sleep.
Well,
because Mom was not euthanized. He didn't euthanize us. I'm still here. You're talking to a ghost. No, so Dad put us to bed that night, and we had bunk beds, and there was like a railing that you actually attached to the bunk bed, and Dad didn't put that railing up.
Oh.
So in the middle of the night, I fell out of the bunk bed.
Oh, jeez.
I kind of, it's one of those weird, it's one of those weird memories that I kind of remember waking up midway through the
That's a long fall.
It's a bed. It's not that big. Yes, it's maybe 5 feet up, right?
Yes, but it's
not
5 feet up.
Like, I remember waking up I think it's totally bullshit. I think I make that story up. But I remember going into my parents' room and like waking him up because I felt I hurt myself. And my elbow was kind of swollen, so they kind of iced it for a little bit. And then I was put back. So I'm going to tell my version of the story.
Okay.
And then apparently reality.
Okay.
So they iced it and then put me back to bed.
Okay.
So the next morning, it's still swollen. And they finally decide to take me to a doctor's office. And the doctors take one look and go, you need to get to the ER.
Oh, no.
Because my growth plate, my elbow is completely broken.
Oh, my God.
And I was in traction.
Oh, yeah, no big deal. It's only 5 feet up. Oh.
I was in traction for 2 weeks. I literally had to sit in a hospital
Okay, this is
bed
kind of a big deal.
for 2 weeks with like weights on my arm, like getting it back in place. That's my version of the story. So a few years back, I asked my mom, I was like, why did you guys let me go back to bed? Like,
Right.
what the hell? She's like, Carrie, you said you were totally fine.
Right.
You put yourself back to bed.
Right.
You said you were okay. We made you go to the doctor. So apparently I was the one. Like in my mind, it was like, gosh, my parents hated me.
I have a habit of doing that, though, that I'll hurt myself. And it's like, no, it's okay. I remember one time I was I was building some cabinets in the garage of a brand new house I had purchased. And I was the only one there. Nobody else was there. And, well, my dog. That was it. And I remember the electric drill slipped. I was using it with a drill bit.
Oh, no.
And the drill bit went through the top of my thumb.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not
and
all the way through, or?
it went through. And it went through. I had a big hole in the top of my thumb. And I remember looking at that and thinking, okay, this is really gross.
That's not good.
It wasn't the pain. I have a very high tolerance for pain. It was just the fact that I'm looking at my thumb and there's a huge hole the size of a drill bit in my thumb and thinking, okay, so now
what? Yeah.
I have to waste vodka to clean out this wound because I don't want to get infected.
Rubbing alcohol?
What? No, that seemed too harsh. So
We'll drink that later.
I literally did use vodka because it was the closest thing at hand.
Okay.
Go figure that I
Okay.
had vodka close at hand.
And you wasted it.
But I
okay.
wasn't drinking when this
Okay.
accident happened. It was because that is not why the accident
Famous
happened.
last
I'm
words.
just saying, just to clarify.
Totally.
But yeah, and I've had bone grafting done on my jaws twice and never got a prescription filled for pain meds. I just took aspirin or Tylenol or ibuprofen, because it just I will tell you, I do not like most pain meds.
I agree. No,
They
I
just
agree.
make me feel uncomfortable if something's going on.
So when I lived, I don't know if I ever told you this story. When I lived downtown once,
Right.
I lived just a block over from the good neighborhood.
Right.
Right. I lived in Old Town.
Literally, you lived a block from the good neighborhood.
In between my neighborhood and the good neighborhood was the park blocks.
Right.
And the north part has basketball courts.
Yep.
It had just rained. I was walking to get a burrito bowl from the good burrito place on the other side of the tracks. And as I was walking across where the basketball court is, two older guys on bikes drove by. And one of them went over the basketball court, immediately hit like a wet patch and fell.
Ooh.
The second he fell, oh my God, my leg! Like, so melodramatic.
Oh
It
my
sounded
God.
fake. And they looked like kind of transient types.
Right.
So, first thought, I rolled my eyes and just kept walking, but he kept going.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I kind of looked over, and he's on the floor, like, holding his leg. I'm like, okay. I was really close to him, so I kind of turned and said, do you guys need me to call 911?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do that, please. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I, get my phone out and I start dialing 911. Hey, someone
Right.
fell on their bike in the North Park blocks. He needs an ambulance. So, and the person, as 911 people do, start asking questions.
Right.
And at this time, I look over at the man, and he's starting to like pull his leg, his pant leg
Leg
up,
yeah.
and you can physically see his bone poking out of his sock.
Okay, so he really did.
Really did. And as I'm talking, I'm like, he slipped and fell, and I think it might be broke. I think it might be broke. She's like, oh, why do you say that? Oh,
Well,
I can see the bone poking out right now. She's like, oh, okay. And, he's like going on and on, but he's laying down, so we can't physically see what's going on down there, and his friend can. And I'm there on the phone with 911. And his friend keeps going, oh my God, I can't feel my leg. I can't feel my foot. I just looked at him and said, that might be a good thing.
I know, right? Right now, he got a compound fracture.
It was pretty bad. So it made me kind of, just because someone might be more traumatic doesn't mean it's not true. And if I had walked by those people without stopping to help, I would feel like shit because I would go the same way going home.
Right.
I would have walked by them again. In fact, when I did walk by, I stuck around until the ambulance showed up.
3 weeks later, when I still walked by anyway.
I avoided that area just in case, But it was just so funny because I remember him starting to pull his pants up something. I can't feel my leg, I can't. And then me and the friend just both looked down and went, nope, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you can't feel that right now. Let's just lay down. Just don't worry about it. Don't look.
Yeah, I've never broken a bone.
No,
that's not true. I've
had my baby toe.
Playing in an adult soccer league, I got a hairline fracture in my sternum.
Okay.
So I was, I'm talking really bad at soccer,
Obviously.
but because it wasn't a white person sport back in 1985, or this was
What is a white person
This was
sport?
this was actually 1983.
Uh-huh.
And so I joined an adult soccer team, and what I was most useful for doing is taking out players on the other teams. So I was really good.
You were a dirty player.
I was a dirty player, and I was really good at taking them out. Well, one of them at one point got me back and did a high kick and kicked me right in the chest. And as it turns out, like a week later, this was actually only a couple days later, I'm feeling like my chest is heavy, it hurts. They did an x-ray. No, nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. But then 2 weeks later, I'm still in pain. It hurts to laugh. It hurts to cough. It hurts to sneeze. I can't. It's just and of course, everybody at work is telling me every joke they can to make me laugh. And just to see me wince in pain. So I walk over to x-ray and say, can you just do another x-ray because this has been 2 weeks and I'm still in a lot of pain. Well, then it showed up that I had a hairline. It was a hairline fracture. It was probably
so tiny to begin with that no one saw it.
Hairline fracture of my sternum. It hurt so freaking bad.
That weird. Yeah.
So a compound fracture. I think he had a right to complain.
It was just so funny because it literally was the second he fell. Normally there's that adrenaline reaction of I think that hurts. No, that hurts. No, it was immediately the second he hit oh my God, my leg! My God, dude, calm down. Oh, no, you have it right. You have it right. Okay. No, let me call 911 for you. Yeah, no, it was funny, but... Anyway, this was a strange but kind of fun podcast. So
It was different. I don't know if we can get anything out of this.
Oh, I'll get it out. We'll see. But thank you guys for joining us. Share, etc., etc. Facebook, YouTube,
and
Twitter,
listen to us on Spotify.
Or,
Podbean, YouTube,
Instagram.
You can find us just about anywhere.
If you
just go find us.
If you can't find us,
nobody can.
We got issues.
Oh, that too.
We'll see you next week, guys.